We are staying on top of breaking news out of Washington as we come on the air. Former President Donald Trump will be back on the 2024 GOP primary ballot in Colorado and several other states after a ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay Midday. I'm Courtney Robinson.
And I'm Frank Wiley. That ruling just came down about 2 hours ago. Skylar Henry shows you the impact it will have on the election.
The nation's highest court handed former President Donald Trump a unanimous victory, ruling that Colorado cannot keep him off the ballot for the 2024 presidential election.
The rationale here really is we don't want states to be able to do this.
At issue was a narrow Colorado Supreme Court decision in a case brought by voters, arguing Trump should be removed from the state's ballots because he committed insurrection on January 6th and was disqualified under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which states, "No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office who took an oath and then engaged in insurrection."
We saw what happened when Donald Trump was on the ballot for president and lost. He refused to concede and ultimately incited a violent insurrection.
But during oral arguments in early February, the justices seemed skeptical whether states can use the obscure constitutional provision to kick Trump off the ballot, rather than leaving it up to Congress. The court didn't weigh in on whether January 6th was an insurrection or whether former President Trump engaged in it. The justices instead focused on the structural issue, whether courts can go out on their own and enforce this Civil War-era provision, and the unanimous answer was no, they cannot.
Without Congress helping us figure out who engaged in an insurrection, whether or not there's a problem, whether or not somebody has been found liable, guilty, whatever it is, it's not up to one state to do it. Congress needs to set the rules here.
In a social media post, the current GOP presidential frontrunner called the Supreme Court decision a big win for America. Trump still faces criminal cases surrounding the events of January 6th.
Skylar Henry reporting, and the former president is also claiming presidential immunity in those cases. The Supreme Court has agreed to hear arguments in that case.